Hey everyone, it's Rock Resurgence Radio and we're back. This time we're sinking our teeth into the Black Crowes' latest album, Happiness Bastards.
New Crowes music? You bet. We'll be diving deep track by track and sharing our thoughts on whether it rocks our socks off. Let's go.
Welcome back to Rock Resurgence Radio. My name is Chad, I'm your host.
And I'm your co-host, Bergie.
Awesome. In this episode, we're going to talk about the new Black Crowes album called Happiness Bastards. We're going to look into it and review it and give you our honest opinion on it. We've both listened to it a few times, and we'll start that out here right now. I'm going to start with, I hadn't listened to the Black Crowes in a long time. Matter of fact, since the album after the Shake Your Money Maker, which, what was that called again?
The Southern Harmony and Musical Companion, or
something to that effect. Anyway,
I'll tell you.
where I think there was a song on that one called Remedy, which I really liked, and but it's been a long time since I listened to them, and I know we were looking this up, and they got a lot of albums out. And Chris has actually listened to more than I have, and he pointed out one that he really likes, so I downloaded that, and I'm going to give that a listen. But for this episode, we're going to just talk about the new one. And
Happiness Bastards.
Yeah, and for me, not having listened to them really since Shake Your Money Maker, I did listen to that one after that a bit too. I really... back in the day, I went through this blues phase where I was listening to everything that I could find that was bluesy and had this kind of sound to it, because it is a really cool sound. And not to get off the track too much, but I play guitar a bit, and we used to sit in the garage and I'd play just this blues kind of riff, kind of like they play on theirs. And my friends would sit around and make up lyrics as we went. And it turned out to be really fun and really kind of funny, because the stuff they came up with wasn't album worthy, but it was hilarious. But anyways, getting into this album, I probably listened to it 4 times now. And I was blown away how much I liked it. I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did. How about you?
Well, I'll get into it, I guess. I think we'll listen to a song by song and talk about it.
Okay, let's do that.
I don't think I've listened to it as much as you have. I think I probably listened to it 2 or 3, maybe 3.5 times total.
About the same. That's about what I've done.
It is a short album, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. There's 10 songs on there. I had the history pulled up because we were going to talk about that first.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, let's get a little bit of history on the Black Crowes. I kind of lost my mind there for a minute.
That's okay.
But that's all right.
And we'll come back to the Happiness Bastards. What a title. Black Crowes, American rock band formed in Atlanta, Georgia. Excuse me. I was going to say Athens, Georgia. REM, whatever. 1984. Their discography includes 9 studio albums, 4 live albums, and several charting singles. The band was signed to Def American Records in 1989. They released their debut album, Shake Your Money Maker, the following year. Their follow-up, The Southern Harmony and Musical Companion. I did say that right, I think.
I think you did too.
Reached the top of the Billboard in 92. Albums Amorica, 3 Snakes and One Charm, By Your Side from 1989. That's the one I told Chad is one of my favorites. Lions in 2001 followed, with each showing moderate popularity but failing to capture the chart successes of the band's first 2 albums. So they went through many breakups and reformations and many new members in and out, but 2 members that are the brothers, Chris and Rich Robinson, that's the core of the band.
Absolutely.
And that's where they're back at now. So
yeah, and that's where the magic happens, I think. And back in the day, you heard a lot about, them kind of fighting and then they break up and whatever. But, when they get together, they make really good music. So
yeah, brothers are going to fight.
Yep. And that's just part of the deal.
Being a brother.
And they're family, so you can't, disown your family. I suppose you can, but it doesn't happen very often. So it's nice when they get back together and make some albums, and they make good stuff. Yeah,
started out with the name Mr. Crow's Garden, named after Leonard Leslie Brooks' children's book, Johnny Crow's Garden. We tried to figure out why they added the E to crows.
Yeah.
Just thought it sounded cool, right? Is that what we kind of came up with?
Yeah, they just did it out of fun, and one of the executives at the record label kind of urged them to do that, and they just thought it was kind of fun, so that's why they did it. So there's no big...
So the Black Crowes with an E.
Yep, there's no big mystery or anything behind it.
Yep. So, Happiness Bastards.
Yes.
You said you liked it a lot more than you thought you were going to. I maybe don't think I've listened to it enough. I can pick a few favorite songs off of it. But let's start out with the first song, Bedside Manor.
Bedside Manor.
Bedside Manners. Good song.
Good song. Yeah, very upbeat.
Piano in there.
He's got some piano in there, a little bit of harp. It's just good. And then towards the end, there's a breakdown that I liked. I don't remember what minute it was, but there was a breakdown towards the end that I wrote in my notes. Hey, I really like the breakdown towards the end. So. Overall, I gave the...
Let's check it out.
See if we can find it. That's it.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
kinda?
yeah, where they kind of slow it down a little bit, and it just, I like when bands do that. They do a little breakdown, change it up a little bit. It just, it kind of adds some flair to the song, and it just, I don't know. I like the song. I did all mine. I did a rating on all mine, what I'd give them out of 10, and I wrote that I like that one at a 7.
Okay. Feel like that's about my rating too, 7. Song starts out great. Definitely Black Crowes.
Definitely.
Sounds
I just love his voice.
Yeah, sounds like it could be on the first or the second album.
Yep.
Which is good. This is a good thing for me because
right.
Like a lot of our bands that we go back and listen to for whatever reason, and a lot of it is to be said that, well, they had their whole life to write the first album. So
Right.
First ones are sometimes hard to beat. I mean, their second album was really good, and probably overall I did maybe like that one better. But we're talking about Happiness Bastards, Bedside Manners. Good upbeat song.
Yep.
A little slower down at the end.
A little breakdown at the end. And
7 or maybe even 7.5 for me.
Yeah, it's good. This next song is called Rats and Clowns, and this one's a upbeat toe tapper. Go ahead and throw it on for a minute.
Okay.
Overflowing, baby. Yes, it's gonna spill. Yeah, you know what you're doing. Your touch gives me such a thrill. And
Had to get through that first part.
Yeah, man, I when I heard this, man, instantly went, oh my God, this is a good song. The beat, the rhythm, the way it goes, the way he sings in it, everything about this song is a 10 for me. Love it.
Okay. I'm not in love as much,
That's
but
okay.
I'd say 7, 8 again on this one for me.
Yeah, I mean, we have different tastes, different musical tastes. That's why this is fun to do. I like it.
When I first heard this song, I wasn't so sure about it, but just listening to it again now, I mean, I do like it a little better than the first time I heard it.
Makes you want to bob your head.
Yeah, this is an interesting.
And I probably was bobbing my head.
You were. That's good.
Yeah.
That's what music makes you do.
I know.
Amongst
Tap
other
your toe
things.
or bob your head. I mean, it's just, the music gets in your soul. That's what this is all about.
This is a little bit of a departure from our usual hair band stuff too.
Yeah, they're not really a hair band,
No.
but they came out, in 90. I think it was 90,
Yeah,
right?
I think that album
Right.
came out in 90.
Yeah, and it really, I think all the people who liked hair metal bought this album because it was a really cool album.
They have a southern rock.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thing
Yeah,
to
that's
them.
what they are. Is they're more southern rock than anything.
You
but
mentioned bluesy.
they caught the ear of the heavy metal headbangers, and I think if you went back and talked to most of them, I think most of them probably picked up the first album because it was really catchy and really really fun.
Yeah,
little bit of a different sound.
I know they toured with hair bands. I'm sure they did, at least somewhat. I know recently they were supposed to be on Aerosmith's farewell tour. as
Oh
the
yeah,
opening
that'd be a
act.
good gig.
Would be. I've never seen them live.
I haven't seen them either.
No, but I would love to.
I would too. Yeah, I just like this kind of music. It's just
I would bet they put on a pretty good show,
I
and
would-
I'm sure we'll get some comments about that.
yeah, absolutely. Next song, are we going to go back to that and give it a quick listen?
Yep.
It's called "Cross Your Fingers." It starts off acoustically and then it kind of kicks in. Give it a listen.
Let me know when you want me to.
Call down lightning, rain and thunder, leave their ashes, all go under. Cross your fingers so bad down, cross your fingers so bad down, cross your fingers so bad down, so cross your fingers. When I stand accused on the shore of a stormy sea, and I have been abused for the visions that I see, and I survived the bullet you shot.
See, this one starts off a little acoustically and then it just kicks in and has a really groovy,
Funky.
groovy sound. You know,
Groovy's a good word for it. For sure.
I just I really enjoyed this. It's kind of got a catchy chorus. When the first listen, I thought 7, but the more I listened to it, the more I liked it. I actually got this one down as a 9.
I feel like I'm going to give a lot of 7s out.
Well,
I'm not there with it yet.
Yeah, and it's, we've talked about this before too, where, those albums that catch you right away kind of fade away. The ones that you got to listen to a few more times to really get it last longer. I mean, I can't say that when I listened to this right off the bat, I loved every song, but there were some that really caught my attention.
And I think
And after listening to it 3-4 times, I'm still really digging it.
those are coming up, those songs, I think,
No,
for you.
that we're on them right now. 2, 3, and 4 are my absolute.
Okay.
All those ones are my favorites.
And my couple of favorites are probably still coming up. And actually, this next one is probably my favorite. And
Yep, it is my favorite as well.
And I don't know if there's something about this song that I feel like I've heard it before, and maybe I have. Maybe it came on radio I was listening to, and we talked a little bit ago about I don't listen to the radio,
I don't either.
but it plays at work. We have XM or Sirius or whatever,
We don't have that where I work, so.
and I don't know what channel it would pop up on. Do you think it would show up on Hair Nation, this next one?
I think it would, I know they used to listen to the Spectrum and Road Trip a little bit. I think it would be more on that channel,
Okay. Well, the song we're talking about is Wanting and Waiting. Let's give it a spin
but
here.
this one's excellent.
Been a month of Sundays since I could make a smile. Trying to lose my lonely and self-imposed exile. Trying to stay friendly, but feeling so hostile. It's like I'm cold to the touch, mortuary style. If I could have one more kiss, oh, the one you miss. I'm nothing but lonely, waiting and wanting and waiting for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a groovy song. I love that guitar.
Yeah.
It's just fun to listen to. And what I wrote when I put cool riff, good beat, wanting and waiting for his girl to come back. I
Yeah.
give this song a 10.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite.
Yeah.
I give it a 9. We just played it up to basically the first part of the chorus and the lyrics, and
Yeah.
I'm a big lyrics guy.
Yep.
The
Yeah.
nothing but lonely, waiting and wanting and waiting
Yep.
for you.
Yep.
Good.
And good tune. Yep. It just strikes that nerve. It's just got that real nice groove where you can tap your foot and slap your hands, and you would mention, they got the clapping in there. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just really, really, really good song.
Catchy for sure, and then maybe that's just why. Maybe I think I've heard it before and I hadn't, but it's a familiar sounding Black Crowes song for sure.
Yeah, it definitely. Yeah, for sure. It just,
And then
I don't know.
so
It's
the
really,
next
really
one
good.
on this album is one that I'm kind of excited to hear this one just because it's featuring Lainey Wilson, country singer. I'm not a big country music fan, but I know Lainey Wilson from Yellowstone, right?
Right.
She was the gal on Yellowstone season 4 or 5.
Yep.
Wish they'd keep making those because
There's more coming.
Is there?
There's there's season 5, but it keeps getting pushed back. I don't know what's all going on.
I thought it
but
was done, canceled,
No.
and that's it.
No, there's
More episodes coming.
more
Well,
episodes coming
we're getting-
towards the end of the year. Getting
but
off topic.
I
but
think
anyways.
Lainey Wilson is one of the country acts at the fair this year.
Oh, is she?
I think so.
Okay.
I might have to double check that, but I know my wife's a country music fan, and I'm sure this would be one of the 2 or 3 that we'll go to.
Yeah.
Because I did buy the tickets for the show pass or whatever they call it. So
Okay. Did you get your crew ticket also?
I do. I got
Yep.
those upstairs.
Yep.
Yeah, you're going right.
Correct.
Yep.
Correct.
Are you a standing room only guy? Or?
Standing room only guy.
Yeah.
When I go to the fair.
See,
I might regret that.
and maybe being an old guy, I'm going to sit in the crowd or the seats now. So I got,
Every other concert I go to, if I go anywhere, I always get seats. But for the fair, I don't know. It's just kind of fun. All our friends seem to be down there.
yeah,
So,
for sure. Everybody's
so
walking around, talking, drinking,
Yep,
having a
yep.
good
So
time.
that's typically where we go. That might change because the back isn't getting any better. But anyways, the song we are talking about is called "Wilted Rose" featuring Lainey Wilson. I wrote slow bluesy, just okay.
Yeah, I had high hopes for it, and let's give it a listen, see if it lived up to my high hopes.
It is time to say farewell. Now the black horse has come, and it's time to lay your guns down. Raise your hands to the sun. With all your arrows broken.
So I haven't heard any Lainey Wilson yet.
Yeah, she comes up a little later.
Yeah,
Kind of in the
and
course.
Maybe I'll fast forward a little bit. Let's say to about, I don't know, let's go halfway through the song and just pick it up a little bit.
Seal with a kiss. They've gathered all the suspects, but there's one that they've missed. She is a wilted rose under a darkening sky. She is a wilted rose crying when I look behind.
Like I said, just okay to me.
okay.
It almost sounds like a song you would hear in a southern church.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With a big chorus, but a bunch of people singing behind it.
Maybe a montage of during a movie or something.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the song. It's just not my type.
Yeah.
That's just a little too slow for me. I like a little bit more upbeat. But I mean, I love Chris Robinson's voice. I really do. And even in this song when he played it, even though I know I'm not a big fan of the song, I'm a big fan of his lyrics or big fan of his voice. And
Yeah.
I like just listening to him sing.
When they came out, you look at Chris Robinson, you don't think that voice is going to come out of him.
No.
I don't think. I
No.
mean, he definitely has a more bluesy, southern. I mean, they're from Georgia.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
Yep.
so I guess I
is
shouldn't
southern,
be
yeah.
surprised.
No, I don't know, when he first came out, he had I think he had kind of the bell bottoms and stuff like
Yeah.
a 60s guy. and
Yep.
you think you're going to hear something like that. And it's just a lot more soul to it.
Yeah, and you kind of do. I mean, you get some of that stuff,
Yeah.
some of that vibe, like you talked about the bell bottoms and the
Kind of being a
60s.
hippie or
Yeah.
But he can sure sing. He just has a really nice voice.
I gotta find the cover of the first album really quick. Okay, no, not what I'm thinking of. Maybe on the back of that album, I feel like you remember Heckle and Jekyll, the cartoon? Was it Heckle and Jekyll, the Two Crows cartoon?
Oh, yeah.
I can see them.
The two black girls.
Yeah, they're black and they're probably smoking a doob and
Yeah.
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 I definitely enjoyed the Black Crows. So far, this album is, like you said about the songs, just okay. Other than the highlight for me, Wanting and Waiting, so far it's just okay. Just if I'm being honest. But
I like it more than he does.
so far,
Yep.
Dirty Cold Sun, song number 6.
Okay.
Well, I got
So on this one, I wrote, love the intro with the guitar and then the organ kicks in. I like that stuff.
Yeah.
It just sounds really good. Upbeat. I think it's a good song. I think I rated it, Dirty Cold Sun. I gave it a 9.
Yeah, I do like this one a little better than some of the others so far. It's funny that we're talking about a song with organ in it. It's just different for us, for sure. Departure from our normal.
And it's funny because, back in the day when I was growing up and listening to this stuff, I hated bands that use keyboards.
Yeah.
Like Europe, not a fan at all.
Yeah, but Bon Jovi's got a
keyboard player, but it's not really up front in there.
Yeah.
It's not. It's kind of just a background for them. It's a filler.
It fits.
It's not a prominent part of their thing. So that I don't mind, but it's when it's very prominent, and I went through a point where I'm like, if it's got keyboards in it, I ain't listening to it.
Right.
Or if they're prominent, I should say. So.
Was this you and I talking about? Maybe somebody else I heard talk about. Maybe it was a guy on the radio talking about Europe. You mentioned the Final Countdown, and the keyboards play a huge part of that song, like da 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 da.
Yeah.
And that guy played that one riff on the keyboard, and that song was huge.
Huge, yeah.
And then did he try to take over the band? And because his keyboard solo or whatever was so popular, that song was so huge. I mean, they play it at the stadiums, and I can't think of another after that. I mean, I can think of a few Europe songs prior to that or during that time.
Yeah.
But after that, they just fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah, I never did.
Is it because of the keyboard?
The song is okay, just okay. It would, if I was in charge of charts, it would have never made it on the charts.
Yeah.
It's kind of a neat song, but I just wasn't.
It's annoying.
Yeah, I'm not a keyboard guy as a prominent part of the band, and so that's why I've never owned a Europe album.
Yeah, we got off on a tangent just about organ and keyboard and whatever, but like you said, the way it kicks in on this song and everything else that goes along with it, it works.
Yep.
It's a good song.
Yep, next song's called Bleed It Dry.
Harmonica.
All this bad blood red and put bruises on my knees, and my throat is sore from always saying please as I hand out flowers to junkies and the thieves. I know that liars believe what they believe. The time it takes to bleed it dry can lose your way. The blink of an eye. So you can go hungry, naked and blind, or break these chains and maybe you'll fly.
So on this one, I put old blues sound, and it does. It sounds like the old, if you ever listen to Robert Johnson or anything like that, it sounds like a lot of slide guitar, a lot of harp or harmonica, whatever you want to call it. I know a lot of the musicians call it harp, so that's why I put harp. But I dig that stuff. I got into a big blues mode for a while and listened to a lot of blues. So I liked it. It wasn't my favorite. I rated it a 7.
I like this song a little bit better, maybe an 8.
Yep.
But I do like the bluesy stuff. Like Chad talked about it and went through his blues phase or whatever. I got some artists that I really, and maybe we should do an episode on this one time. Artists that you wouldn't think that were in my wheelhouse or whatever.
Right.
Maybe we mentioned guys like Prince or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Love Stevie Ray Vaughan. Yeah.
Definitely bluesy. This has got a really, but even more old school blues feel to it, you said.
Yeah. If you've ever listened to Robert Johnson, but he was in the 30s, I think. I can't remember when exactly it was, but you hear his stuff and it's not good recording back then, and
Yep.
it's really kind of scratchy. I mean, it sounds like it's right off a record that's, been abused, and it's a really, really hard, sometimes some people probably think it's hard to listen to, but to me, I thought it was really neat. But yeah, we should do an episode about stuff like that, because that blues music, whether you like it or not, it is definitely a huge role in a lot of, like,
In
if
rock.
you listen to Great White, it's all blues.
Yeah.
All the riffs are blues. So,
Now the
anyways,
next song.
what do we got?
This
Flesh
is
Wounds?
probably my second favorite song on the album. Flesh Wound, it's called. Let's give her a spin.
It's all I can take. I can't wait. There's only now or never. My big mistake was thinking we could last forever. Don't think I'll take this lying down. What comes around? The fight is over. Now who wears the crown? Let's better be okay.
Okay, what I wrote on this one, and I it's faster. I wrote, is it too busy? A lot of stuff happening in this song. There is a piano breakdown around the 2 minute and 15 second mark that I didn't mention, and I said it sounds very churchy. So there's that, and I know you said it's one of your more favorite, and
Yeah.
I'm like, it's about a 7 for me.
Let's check out around that 2:15 mark.
Yeah,
Definitely nothing like the start of the song. Starts out way
this
upbeat.
part sounds like could be on the dark side, but like this part.
Angels in the air turn to demons everywhere.
Could be a Christmas song.
What could not be? Joy is now in misery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had a little bit of a churchy feel in there to
Churchy
it for sure.
Christmas, yeah.
Yeah.
That's I just like.
I
that's
like
weird.
it. A little
Yeah.
all over the place.
Yeah, it's busy. It's got a lot of stuff happening. It's good. It's just not my favorite.
Number 9.
Number 9, Follow the Moon. I wrote cool guitar intro. Really like the guitar groove.
Well, let's check it out.
Do it.
Holy rollers, yeah, black pink girls, wild-eyed servants, wine-stained pearls, nothing synthetic. Oh.
Yeah, it's a good song. I like it. I rated that one an 8 for me.
Yeah, I don't remember this one so much, like going back and listening to it 2 or 3 or 4 times like I did. I don't remember this one being like standout for me. Just looking at the title. The song starts out, like you said, the guitar, you know what it reminds me of?
What's that?
Lenny Kravitz.
Are you gonna go my way?
Well, maybe not. I don't know the song. It just sounds like a Lenny Kravitz
Oh,
song to
the
me.
tone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
could be.
Mhm.
Again, going back to I don't play, so
Yeah.
I don't think
Well, yeah, and that's, a lot of the stuff that I like or gravitate toward is a lot of guitar driven stuff because I play guitar
Mm-hmm.
not that well, but I still like to hack at it sometimes. And so that's where I instantly, on almost everything, kind of gravitate to listen to the guitar and see what they're doing. And yeah, but I just like that little groove he's
Yeah.
got going on.
All that being said, sounds like a Black Crow song to me.
Yeah.
Then the next one is the last song on it.
I gotta say a little something about this song.
Okay.
This song is called "Kindred Friend." It's got a harp or harmonica intro. It's about good friends and being good friends over a long period of time. This one hit me in the feels because I got a really good friend named Justin, and we don't see each other as much as we'd like, but we're still best friends. And right away when I heard this song, I said, "Holy man, that this reminds me of him." And I sent it to him, and he had already heard it, and he goes, "Yeah, I got that same feeling when I listened to it too." So I'll just tell you right now, I gave it a 9 just because of the meaning of the song. It gave me the goosebumps, and I liked it a lot.
Yeah, and I think this is in the top 3 for me for songs. I said Wanting and Waiting, Flesh Wound, Kindred Friend. They could interchange,
Yeah.
over time listening.
Yeah.
When you're talking about it, I'd heard this once before, like the best friend, the best kind of friend is the friend you can have that you might not talk for 15 years or something. But when you do see him or her,
It's like not a day.
nothing passed, nothing's changed.
Yeah.
That's your.
Yep. That's what Justin and he's considerably younger than me, but we formed a pretty big bond, and it's just been great ever since. And I know I'd lay down in traffic for that guy.
Well, let's check it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
What we have left, let's make it last. Got so far to go. Tomorrow owes nothing to the past. Day is open road. Let's stop pretending and write our own ending. Oh, kindred friend, where have you been? Guess it's been a while. Through thick and thin, many times again. Always make me smile.
Love it.
Yeah,
Really do.
good.
Yep. Slow paced. Just got the harmonica harp in there, and it just, yeah, hits me in the feels.
Yeah,
I
kind
like
of a different way to end an album. And matter of fact, it's a short album, and not that there's anything wrong with that. 38 minutes,
it. No,
10 good songs.
I wish more people would do that. Instead
Yeah.
of putting out these ones with 14 songs and 4 of them are worthless.
Yep.
Just put the meat on there.
Yeah.
Leave the gristle for something else like B-sides or something that you can put.
Yeah, just for the most part, good short rock songs, straight to the point.
Yeah. Really, since not listening to it, like I said, for a long, long time, not listening to the Black Crowes, I was very, very surprised at how much I liked it. And, a lot of songs on there that I went, when I listen to songs on my way to work or whatever, and through Apple Music, you can hit the star on it and puts it into a favorite thing. And
Yep.
I do that, and I try to, if I put something on, like I go to 80s hard rock and it shuffles, or if I'm listening to the Chad Thompson station, if a song comes on, I like it, I hit the star and it goes into this favorite albums. And I probably got 3 or 4 from this album in that. And I tell you what, overall, I think it's an 8, maybe even a 9 for me as far as an album goes. But I think 8. There's just a few songs that I'm not real crazy about, but
When that song ends, I'm waiting for the next one to come on. So
me too.
I guess I was like, oh, that's it?
Yeah, I
Well,
know.
I better listen to it again.
Look, I hit enter and went down to 11,
Yep.
and I went, oh,
it's over.
11.
Yep.
Yep, it's over.
And that slow-paced, sappy, hits them in the feels song.
Yeah.
Weird way kind of to end it, but actually, maybe that's a conscious thing they did, just put that at the very end.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a good one.
So a good album, I think. I mean, overall, I know I have Black Crowes albums that I like better, but it's good that they're back together, Chris and Rich or whatever, and they're putting out music again.
Yeah, because they put out really good music. It's it seems like it's heartfelt. They just have a magic when they work together. Brothers. If they're not fighting, they're making good music. So
yeah, do you think? I didn't do any research into like what they have planned for the future. If this is it, this is just let's get back together, do one last album kind of thing, or do you think there's more?
No, I didn't do any research on that either. But I would guess that. I mean, this sounds so good. I mean, why would you quit?
Yeah, and this just came out a month ago.
Yeah, well, keep going. I hope they keep going. I hope I get a chance to see them live.
For sure, and I don't know what the status is of the Aerosmith thing, but they were going to be the opening act, and I think that's still the plan that they'll.
Well, that would be a hell of a concert, because you know what I said about the one time I seen Aerosmith. Man, I was impressed. Holy smokes!
Well, maybe we'll have to do some research on that and make a road trip out of it, because I know they're not going to be around here.
No, it's going to be
St. Paul, probably
Minnesota,
closest we're going to get to
Sioux
go
Falls,
see. Maybe.
So, yeah, we'll have to check into that. But anyways, that is our review of the Black Crowes album, Happiness Bastards. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a listen. It's worth a listen. It really is. It's a good album.
Yeah, and especially if you like the Black Crowes first couple albums, and like Chad, you didn't really listen to much after that. And I listened to a few, and I will say, and Chad's going to check this out, the album By Your Side from like 99.
Yeah, I'm going to check that out.
I really liked it a lot.
It's going to be in the stereo on the way home today.
Yep, I enjoyed it a ton.
But anyways, this is the end of our episode for the Black Crowes. I hope you enjoyed it. Click the like, the subscribe button, tell your friends, tell your neighbors. Let's get the word out. Again, I'm wearing this has got a lot of green on it, so it's probably not showing up correctly. We got a merch store out there. The link is in the description. Please check that out. I think we got some pretty good stuff. You can get shirts, and you can get tote bags, and you can put it on a mug. I ordered a mug here the other day, and so go check that out. It's worth the while, I think. And then I'll keep coming up with some designs, and we'll see what happens. But anyways, I want to thank you all for watching. And Chris, you got any last words?
Yeah, Happiness Bastards. Thumbs up. Check it out.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I always finish with thanks for watching, like Chad said.
Thanks for watching. Come back again. Thank you so much for joining us today. We really hope you enjoyed our content. If you did, please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. We'd greatly appreciate it. Links to everything we discussed will be included in episode notes. Feel free to check those out as well. Until next time, stay golden, Pony Boy, and rock on.